Let's talk about the thing that is making you feel stuck with your English progress right now. You have probably seen countless tips, tricks, and online resources promising you fluency within a matter of weeks. But I can almost guarantee that you're feeling overwhelmed, confused, or even burnt out. It seems like no matter how much you practice, you just can't seem to get off this plateau. It's time to break free from this cycle.
The problem isn't the lack of information, it's the overload. Despite constantly hearing advice, you often find yourself staying in the same spot, not seeing any significant progress. Why isn't your English getting better, no matter how hard you try? It's because you're missing one vital component, a clear, specific goal. We're here to help you figure out what that goal is.
By the end of this video, you should have a clear understanding of how to overcome the feeling of being stuck by establishing specific goals. The goals you set will help you figure out exactly what you should be working on. We will also discuss the real reason you tend to give up when things get hard. And trust me when I say you will want the bonus activity at the end of this video.
Before we get started, if you haven't heard of us yet, we are Taylor and Jeremy with Married to English. We are the founders and creators of the Resourceful English Method, and we have helped many women achieve their career goals and become confident speakers in front of others at work.
If this sounds helpful to you, be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to receive notifications for all upcoming videos. In our last video, we talked about how to find the perfect podcast for you that will actually keep you interested while practicing your listening. If you haven't watched it yet, that is one that you won't want to miss.
So, let's start with the big one first. If I were to ask you, why are you learning English? How would you respond? Would your answer be, I want to become fluent? Fluency is a great aspiration, but it is also incredibly vague. Fluency is like a destination without a map or a finish line without a starting point. It's like saying, I want to be rich. It is a goal, but it doesn't tell us how to get there. Ask yourself why you want to become fluent, and then you will be one step closer.
We need to dive deeper to uncover the why behind the what. Why are you learning English? You should think of fluency as more of a stepping stone to what your goal really is. Is it for a better job? If so, in what industry? Do you dream of climbing the corporate ladder or maybe even starting your own business? Knowing your ideal industry will help you focus on specific vocabulary and skills you need to succeed.
Getting specific about what you actually want to do with your fluency will help you design your own roadmap. You're not seeing progress right now because you are likely trying to learn everything all at once. Guess what? Native English speakers don't know everything about every topic imaginable. We become fluent in the topics that we need in order to live our lives. Don't waste your time trying to become fluent in every possible topic.
If you've successfully narrowed down your goal, it should have gone from I want to become fluent to something like I want to get a job as a marketing coordinator at a tech company in America. Do you hear how much clearer and more attainable that sounds?
Now that you have a more specific goal, let's break it down into smaller, more manageable steps. What specific English skills do you need for your goal? Does your dream job require you to be highly skilled in writing, presenting, or listening? For example, if you want to be a sales manager, you'll likely need to work on speaking with charm while also having a vast knowledge of the product or service you're selling.
Next, you'll need to research your desired industry and ask yourself what kind of language is most used. Is formal English required, or is a more casual or conversational approach more important? Are there specific terms or phrases you should learn? For instance, if you're going into the medical field, medical terminology is a must. But you might also need to be able to deliver upsetting news in a compassionate way.
Once you have researched your desired industry and identified the language skills needed, you will need to set clear milestones. What are some small, achievable steps that can be measured without any doubts? For example, if you want to get a job in marketing, you might set milestones like passing an English proficiency test, attending networking events, or creating a professional online portfolio.
Now, let's talk about the real reason so many people give up before reaching their goals. They have no direct emotional tie to their goal. Wishing for and wanting an outcome is important, but if there's no risk factor, the hard days will push you to quit. Your emotions are a very powerful motivator. Understanding the deep-rooted reasons behind your goal is crucial. This is where you need to dive deep into your personal values and desires.
Here's how to connect emotionally to your goals. Take time to understand what truly drives you. Do you want financial security so you can support your elderly parents? Are you wanting the freedom to choose a career path that better aligns with your passions so that you can live a fuller life? You could be motivated by wanting to provide a better life for your children. These are the emotions that will drive you through the toughest challenges. When the grammar exercises become monotonous or the pronunciation drills feel endless, remember why you started.
Now that you have your emotional motivator in your head, I want you to tell us in the comments who or what that motivator is. Tell us what gets you out of bed in the morning and makes you want to reach for something more. Remember, your comment could easily be the inspiration that someone else needed to hear today.
Now I want you to imagine that you've achieved your goal. Create a vivid picture in your mind that engages all of your senses. Try to feel the emotions associated with this accomplishment. Do you feel confident? Unstoppable? Safe? Write it down. One thing that Taylor and I enjoy doing is writing a letter to ourselves from our future selves. Have your future self tell your current self what life is like now that you've achieved your goal. The more detail you add, the stronger it will be. Read this letter every day if you need to.
It's also important to celebrate small wins. Recognizing and rewarding your progress is essential for maintaining motivation. Celebrate even minor achievements to build confidence and momentum. Never underestimate the power of being nice to yourself. Never underestimate the power of being nice to yourself.
Last but not least, sharing your goals with friends, family, or a mentor can offer encouragement and perspective. Consider joining groups of other supportive women who share similar goals.
This was actually one of the biggest reasons we created the Resourceful English Method program for women. The women in our program are super supportive of each other, and we're there to offer guidance, keep them on track, and remind them why they started.
You've made it to our bonus activity. We love this one, and we find that it's a great way to help you speak your goals out loud.
The activity is simple. Fill in the blanks. I want to go from feeling blank to feeling blank so that I can blank. The first blank is how you feel about your progress right now. The second blank is how you want to feel. Try to give at least 2 to 3 adjectives for the first 2 blanks, and write down your big, specific goal in the last blank.
An example would be, I want to go from feeling overwhelmed and anxious to feeling focused and confident so that I can successfully launch my new business. Pause this video and write down your answers.
Welcome back. Let us know in the comments what you wrote down. This sentence should serve as a reminder for you to stay on track.
If you enjoyed that activity, we have something that might interest you. We are conducting free research calls to understand your goals and to determine how we might be able to help you.
These calls are free to women who are intermediate to advanced speakers who use English in their daily lives. If this describes you, book your call with us using the link in the description below.
Now that you're closer to your goals, you might have some more questions for us, and we encourage you to watch this next video. We'll see you in the comments, friend.
Bye!